going to give a brief summary on how to use your county map. Here's our basic disclosure. You can read through that. We're just going to click and agree to conditions. Okay. Moving on through, you can see out to the left here, we have various layers. You can edit those layers if we want to turn them on or off. By doing that, I have 2021 sales. If sales data may not be important to you, we turn that off. Maybe we don't need zoning. We can turn a lot of these things off. Or, for instance, out here to the right of the tab on the layers, you can control those layers a little bit by setting the transparency and also adding different visibility ranges and show label details and so on and so forth. So you can do that all out there. And this gives you the key. When you double click on it, you can see what each part means. I'll go ahead and turn that off. Moving over to our toolbar, I just have a couple simple tools here. One is add data. One is a select tool and a measuring tool. Along the bottom here, we have a locator. This will find our exact location on the map. Or you can also search for an area or an address. Search it. Any address. There we go. Or by key number, and it will bring up this information. On the map, there are also pop-ups so that when you view this, you can see we have the legal description, a little bit of owner information. Here we have a link to the notice of assessment. I'll open that in a new tab, see what that looks like. There's our notice of assessment. And we also have links out to the beacon oblique imagery. New tab, take a look what that looks like, takes us directly to the parcel so that we can see it on beacon. Also can go to the beacon main page from the link. Now, if we want to add data to this map, we can add data. That other tools that we have here are, this first one has the little plus. We want to add data. There's a variety of data sources. In this case, this is bringing up anything that we can search different kinds of terrain. You can get global information and add it to your county data. Another area, if you wanted to search, you have a variety of sources for that. So this is just pulling from ArcGIS Online. Then searching within the map or other areas of the map. You can find different types of services, whether they're KMLs, REST services, relevance. You can do this from a URL. If you have a REST service address, you can pop those in. One example of that is on Indiana maps. IndianaMaps.org. We'll have a link to these on the map. IndianaMap.org is a great resource for mapping, but they have data and resources. So we can go in and look at different resources depending on what it is that we are interested in. Here's a layered gallery. We can take a look at that. Different kinds of demographics. Let's say population. I want to add some population data. Let's see what we've got here. We've got density, population, plot groups, median age. Okay, so here we have a map service. You go to map service, this gives you the information. This is what a map service looks like. So I just take this URL, copy that over. I can go back over to my map and go ahead and paste in that URL. And we can see that we went ahead and added from the Indiana maps, added that information to our map. Okay. There's our population median age. And there's information about it. Gives you an idea what that looks like. Now we have that age data, and should be a pop-up for it. So we'll look at township population for that block. other population information. Again, you can control the density of it. It might be faster if you turn off various layers that you're not using. You see we have the cities and towns. Other types of data that can be added to the map, you can go from URLs like that, or just searching on ArcGIS online. State of Indiana uses this site extensively, so we can go through and search here. So if we were to say Indiana DNR, let's say DNR, all right, Indiana DNR, see what kind of things they have available to us. Reservoirs, Indiana Trails inventory, map image layer. We can go ahead and add that to it. Okay. Now we've added this Indiana Trails layer. We can see the information here: hiking trails, biking trails. You can turn these on and off, and you'll see them appear on your map when you go down here. These purple lines are, so you can add any of those planned trails, four-wheel drive trails, motorcycle trails. All those things are available to us through DNR information. Going through here also on the ad, we would go to File, and if you have any of these file formats, shape files or other things that you have acquired that you could upload, you could just upload that information to the map. In this case, if we had a Excel spreadsheet, let's say, and had some latitude and longitudes, you can just go ahead and add those properties to the map. Also on this map, we have some layers on the top. There are new voting districts. If you're interested in finding out what voting district you're in now, things have changed a little bit. We can open this. Let's open this in a new tab. And this takes you to a voting district lookup site. I'll just go ahead and find my house here. Takes a little bit of time to locate us, but then here it goes, finds my property, shows me where I'm at within the congressional district. If we go down here to precincts, it'll take me down to my individual precinct, where I can see I'm Fairfield 16. In this case, Indiana House District 22. You can see where that district covers. Commissioner District number 1. County Council District number 1. That's another tool we've got there. And then also we have a link out to our sales and research tool, which is a popular item. People are trying to sell their houses or refinance and or have a question about their assessment and wanted to see how the sales are arranged, what happened over the last year. We keep this updated with this current sales information when we get it. And you can see out here, there's a demonstration on the sales video from our main page of the assessor map. But if you need more details about any of this stuff, feel free to contact our office. We'd be glad to show you how to use that information and how to add information to customize the map yourself. Another tool that we have on here is our select tool. So using the select tool, this gives you a opportunity to select information from the map by different means. In this case, you can draw a circle or a rectangle or a line. Let's say a line. If I wanted to let or contact all of the folks along this corridor here, I would click and then drag the line and say, all these parcels, double click, and you can see that we've selected anything that was touching through there. And we can see the information that it picked up. So it picked up some of this median age information, different parcels that were included. In this case, I didn't have any of my other layers on. I turned a lot of other layers off, so I can turn these back on, and then that will help me see that information. So again, now in parcels, I have that. And that information is also then available once we see, let's say, our parcel information. So we have 12 parcels in here. We can export that information. We can view it in the attribute table. Down at the bottom, we have a tab that shows all the data layers arranged as they are. And this shows all the information that we have selected. Also see the address points if we need to mail folks in this area. It would show those various addresses on screen. We can see those in terms of address points. So then we get into our last tool, just a basic measuring tool, and this can be configured however you like. In this case, if I want to check area, I can do it in acres or square feet, however you want to do it. The default setting is acres, and in which case I would just measure along here. I can go in and use a measuring tool. Select an area. How many acres is this set of blocks here? It'll measure that out for me, or distances. See how long the section is. So that's our basic tools layout on the county map. And we'll be adding some more links up here at the top for relevant information and special maps from different departments that want to feature content. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our office. We would be glad to help anytime.